I find very exciting about physics and theoretical physics is that we can understand the world around us in terms of mathematical equations, which is, if you think about it, really something amazing. So just by doing these concepts, by developing it, we can understand the structure of the universe. My field of research is theoretical physics, and what we study is the fundamental properties of materials. And materials are very important in electronic industries, where we have semiconductors. But basically in any part of life and industry, we are dealing with the properties of materials. And the ones that I'm looking at specifically are ones that show new properties, that show magnetism, or they show superconductivity, properties that are at the moment or have two aspects. They can be important for applications, but they are also not understood completely from a theoretical point of view. And to work on that, to make the understanding better, that's my field. And for that you have to use quantum mechanics. And that's the important part, the important theory that describes materials on that type of length scale. Because you have to know very specifically what goes on in the atoms that make up the materials, how do the electrons interact, how do they behave, and this collective behavior of electrons in the end tells you what are the macroscopic, the visible properties of these materials. So it's very fundamental on one side, which is more mathematical, which I find very exciting. And on the other hand, it has some relation to reality and to really measurable and observable properties.
Okay. And about Programa Maldacena, what was the main goal of your visit?
So there were two goals in my visit. One was to work with scientists here at the Instituto Balseiro. And the other one was to interact also with the students in a lecture course. So I did 3 lectures with the students and also interacted with them, which was a very nice and good experience. And on the other, I did research, which already was ongoing. So I continued projects with some of the researchers that are here at the Institute.
Okay, and what do you think about Instituto Balseiro?
It's it's a very special institute, and of course it's for me to come from the winter in the northern hemisphere to the summer in the southern hemisphere is a very nice experience. The level, I must say, of also students and researchers and colleagues here is extremely high. It's a pleasure interacting with those colleagues. I had a very good time here. I think the infrastructure to do theoretical physics is also good. Everything is there. So yes, I was very happy. I am very happy to be here.
And the last question is, what would you tell young students about, what would you tell them about why studying physics is so fun, or doing research in this field is good?
Yeah, so I think everybody should decide what to study, and it depends on your talents. And if you don't like mathematics, you should not start studying theoretical physics, of course. So what I find very exciting about physics and theoretical physics is that we can understand the world around us in terms of mathematical equations, which is, if you think about it, really something amazing. So just by doing these concepts, by developing it, we can understand the structure of the universe. We can understand the structure of an atom, and we can understand the structure of a material. We can predict what's going to happen in experiments. It gives us an idea that we really are in touch with nature, I would say, not in the traditional sense, being in touch with the beauty of the trees and the forests and the lakes, which you all have here plenty in the Institute or around the Institute, but you're really talking, interrogating nature on a very precise way. And that you can make such predictions, and that, for instance, there's a new effect, and one of my colleagues will do an experiment and will look for that effect, and perhaps even find that it is there. I find very exciting. Or the colleague finds that it's not there, and then I'm in trouble and I have to think again. And this kind of loop, also working between experimentalists and theorists, I found very, very stimulating. So if anybody shares this type of feeling, I would say then theoretical physics is the place for you to be.